Hey guys, this is Rimworld. It's a hard game. uh, you can play as free people. You start off with a bunch of supplies. One rich person gets a lot more money and such. He gets started with gun turrets, which is helpful for defense. Or you can start with 5 people, but you have limited stuff. I seem to do best when I'm just the rich explorer, to be honest. You usually get people showing up. So I think... should I start with free? Let's start with free. I think that's the sort of generic one. And it's a hard game. I don't expect to do too many videos with this. I'm going to put some challenge on. So this is the difficulty. There's different ways that you can rely on the story. So this one, I think this one's the sort of average for events happening. This one, a lot of time between disasters. But beware, high difficulties, she'll hit as hard as anyone. So I wonder if that one's actually easier. I think I've always went this one. Steadily increasing curve. And then this one's completely random. Let's just do this one, I think. We'll put permadeath on because I don't expect to reload if anything goes sideways. Can random the map. And let's go. I'm just going to random everything. I'm going to random the people. So it could go completely tits up. Random site. As long as it doesn't pick somewhere that's completely freezing. I think that'll do. The winter temperature's really low. Average temperature's kind of low as well, actually. Let's go slightly warmer. Aye. I like to pick somewhere where it's hilly as well, so you get plenty of minerals. Right, I think that'll do. No, that's too hilly. That's better. Okay. Right, so you pick your 3 guys, and they each have a backstory, stuff they're incapable of, and certain traits. So I'm gonna hit random once on each of them, and then I've got to stick with that. So once. So Crink Gilmore. He's a pyromaniac as a child, and now he's a civil servant, so he gets +3 social, +3 research. So he's quite good at... the social's not too great actually, but he's good at shooting, relatively. The little fire symbol means that they enjoy it, so they'll gain joy doing it as well as learn faster. So this guy likes doing art, research, growing, so it's not too bad. Unfortunately he's incapable of firefighting, which is kind of bad, and he's a pyromaniac still. So he loves fires, he will occasionally start fires and will never extinguish them, so that's really bad. That's quite devastating. I've lost a lot of games from stuff like that. His work speed is much lower, which is terrible, and he's jealous. So if he has a smaller bedroom, you'll get a mood loss. So he has to have a bigger bedroom, and he's going to start fires randomly, so that's not great. Okay, so I'm going to do this one again, random. Freya Fairwing. I think this is their nickname, Tail. So she was a shunned girl as a child, she's now an art student. She's incapable of mining. She's a careful shooter, so she's a really good shot. She's an artist as well, which isn't great. Tail feels limited in her feeble human body. She often dreams of going bionic, so she'll just be constantly sad because she wants to be a robot. Which is fucking stupid. I mean, you can get bionic limbs and such, so it may be something I want to do with her if I last that long. So this person's very neurotic, so she'll work extremely hard, but her nerves can get the better of her. So she's more likely to get stressed, but she works faster. So that'll make up for Clink. And she's got old gunshot wounds, and she's quite frail. So that means she moves slightly slower. And minus 5% manipulation, I'm not sure what that entails. But okay, I'm kind of hoping I get someone good at cooking, because that's 2 zeros so far. Okay, 1 random. Oh my god, incapable of cooking. Right, that's not good. Right, so she was a medieval slave as a child. She's now a counsellor. She's incapable of scary or cooking. I think that's being scary. She's iron-willed, so she's less likely to break down. She's slow as well, she doesn't move fast. But she's an optimist, which is a really good stat. So she's constantly got +6 mid. The mid's one of the most important things. And she's actually the sister of Crink. So they've got a relation already. And she's got a random scab. So she just feels a little bit of pain. Okay, so I mean the only thing I'm really screwed with is cooking, I guess. Crafting's not great. I've got a miner. Right, alright, not bad. Let's go. So I've got Freya, Crink and Dolores. Okay. 3 of you awaken your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sounds of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. So this is the game. It looks a bit like Prison Architect. I'm just going to pause it for now because they're going to start wandering. Yeah, I'll try and explain as much as I can. So the crosses here means that they won't interact with these things, so I'm going to take them off because I want them to actually use this stuff. And who was the best shot? I think it was Tail. Yep, so she's going to get the rifle. And who was the other shooter? It's Crink, so he gets the pistol. And Dolores, she can't melee, really. But I'm just going to give her the knife anyway. I've also got a pet cat called Scooter. Whose cat is it? I can't remember if it... Is it a cat? No, it's a Yorkshire Terrier. Sorry, I thought it looked like a cat for a moment. It's a wee Yorkshire Terrier, yeah. So you can... anyone who's good with animals can train the animals to help carry stuff and fight for you and stuff. Right, so I've unticked everything pretty much. So before I let them go at it, I'm going to give them a task. I need to decide where I'm going to make a base. So this is the map, or rather my segment of the map. Best place to build bases are between rocks so that you can only get approached from one direction. So I'm thinking maybe here, maybe even in here. It's not too bad. There's not too bad, but being right next to the map is a problem because enemies might approach from that side. This bit's kind of good as well. I like to dig into mountains as well. I think it's easier making bases in the sides of mountains. Right. This is the minerals that you need to like steel. There's a building here. This is a wall and there's probably something in there, but they're really risky to break into because there might be bad things. Okay, there's some food over here. I'm going to unmark that. Right, I think I'm going to build the base. I need somewhere that's got good soil, so this bit's good. So I need that relatively close. So I think maybe in here actually. I mean there's a number of directions, but it is kind of closed off. I'll maybe dig into this part here. But that's still kind of far away. Maybe dig into here. Could build walls around the area, close it off a bit. Could make use of this wall, just start there. Right, okay, we're gonna build into here, I guess. So right where we started. So first things first, we're going to cut... I do have a miner, I'm sure. I'm gonna cut away there. And I need them to chop down some trees. No, they've got plenty of wood so far, I won't prioritise that. I'm gonna make sure they have a dumping ground. And I'm gonna place all the raw materials probably here. And then I'm gonna have the farms here, obviously. So I'm gonna have, that's gonna be the potatoes, and that's gonna be something, and then I'm gonna have two smaller ones here. It's not getting all the rich soil, but it's fine. And another one down here. Okay, so I'm gonna make that corn. I'm gonna make that rice. I'm gonna make that heel root. No one's good enough to do heel root yet. That's a shame. Might just make more potatoes. Oh, cotton's a good idea, but I'll do more potatoes and I'll do cotton here. Okay, right, I'm gonna press play so they get started. So yeah, first things first is to build a room and get beds so they can sleep the first night. See, Crink for some reason is immediately going cleaning. I think I've maybe prioritised the growing too much. God, I've only got one person that puts out fires, that's a big problem. So this is where you prioritise their jobs. So right now, this is going to tell them if they're injured, go straight to bed to heal. You're going to be, you guys are going to be the growers. You can help mine, but you're mainly the miner. Don't have to worry about that yet. I've only got one person that constructs, which is Dolores. So you got a lot of work on your hand, but that's fine. Right. Okay, they're getting to it. And the other person's probably going to be hauling stuff. Better tell them to bring all the stuff in. And let's just set it there for now. Let's speed up a little bit. Okay, that's the wall, that's the door. So to keep her busy, I've set her somewhere to just dump all the supplies, so it'll make it quicker for Dolores to build. Crink's, what's he doing? He's cutting trees around the area. Fair enough. We have struck silver ore. Cool. I think I'm going to cancel. No. I'm going to stop her there. Cancel this part, because it's going to take you forever. I don't think I'm going to make the beds in time for night. One there, one there, one there. Right, I'm gonna set Tail to help construct, even though if somebody's not as good at constructing, they're more likely to waste supplies. So I'd much rather Dolores do it, but it's going to take too long if she does it herself. But she's prioritising hauling before helping construct, which is fine. Like, I'll need to get all this stuff inside anyway. Well, she's getting there. She should build the beds in no time. Need a little light as well, actually. They get crab if it's dark. So I've got the beds. I just need to make a wall and then make a roof. Yeah, she's quite speedy. It is sped up a little bit, so... just leave her to it. There we go, got some light. So you can click on the character, you can see what the relationship is between everyone and what they've been up to. You can see their gear. So far they've only got Sinfred outfits. This is the stats that you seen earlier. They can level up the stats, so as they do stuff, you can see the numbers increase. So this is their mood. So obviously it weighs the plus and minuses. So they ate without a table. They're in a little pain for some reason. And obviously, like, it's kind of like Sims a little bit. So that's our roofing over the area. Now that it's starting to be a bit closed off. I'm kind of hoping she finishes that wall before she goes to bed. As well as the roof. Yeah, she is. Right, cool. Okay, so what are you going to do now, Dolores? You're cutting grass for some reason. I guess you want to help Crink. Crink's not tired yet, I'm guessing. Getting there. Tail's knackered. All the hauling. It's going to take forever to plant all this stuff. I maybe should have just prioritised one thing at a time. But that's alright, they'll get around to it eventually. So they're all going to bed now. I forgot to build a bed for Scooter. I'm pretty sure he is a small dog. She's a small dog. Yeah, so I think this wooden box will do fine for him. I'll put him there. I don't know if anyone is good working with animals actually. Yeah, Dolores can. So Dolores will train Scooter whenever she's not busy. Right. Need to put a floor in. So to help their mood, sometimes they'll go look at the sky or whatever. Unfortunately, when they sleep together as well, they get crabby. They need all their own rooms and such. But we'll get around to that. For now, this will be their shared bedroom. Crink's going to be growing for ages, but that's fine. What's Tail doing? Oh, getting the food over there, that's fine. So what else is Tail good at to keep her occupied? She's good at hunting, and she's got the best gun. So once I start needing more food, I'll send her hunting, but I need a butcher's table for that. So I'm going to have to make a separate room for that. So I'm just going to dig further in, and I'm going to dig through that first. So silver is essentially money in this game, so it'll come in handy whenever a trader comes. Right. Oh, there we go, trained Scooter. So now he's obedient, so he'll follow Dolores around. You can change the master, but we'll keep it as Dolores. Unfortunately I can't train him to do any of the useful stuff, only to attack people. But I want him to stay close to the owner, so I'm not going to train him how to do that. So Tail's bored. She's got nothing to do. So I need to find her work other than hunting. So I'm gonna set her to help with the growing as well, just to keep her occupied. Dolores is going to be doing all the building, it looks like. I need to get them a table. I'm going to extend the stockpile zone. There we go. So everything goes in there, apart from chunks, yeah. I'll accept animal corpses, but not human. That'll do for now. So this is going to be the second room. I just want to make sure I close it off first before I open it up.